Hello, hello, Twitch, YouTube. Happy Tuesday. Happy February 4. What's about that time? It is about that time indeed. I'm a little quiet. How about that? Is that good? Hello, Nolan, by the way. Joy, hold on, wait a second. All right, how is that? How does that sound? Is that better? Sounds great. Oh, yes, sir. All right. I take it that everybody has seen the trailer. I assume. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about an update to the Doctor Strange Avengers Doomsday debacle. Is that a right word to use regarding that? A whole debacle of miscommunication? We got an update on that. And we got some other stuff. We're recording a podcast right now. The Council of the Multiverse podcast. We're doing a live recording. I said, screw it. We will record it live. What's up, Mark? Hello. Welcome in. It's a fantastic day. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Just gonna jump right into it. Let me make sure I'm recording the audio. Also, while we are doing this, if you missed it, I know it's like short notice because I just announced that we're recording the podcast today. We're going to be doing a Q&A at the end of the podcast. If you want to have some questions if you want to have some general comments that you want read on the show, you could go to our Discord server. And we have a Council of the Multiverse channel where we got a mailbag that you could put those questions into. You could do that. We're doing that at the end of the podcast. So you maybe have like 20, 30 minutes to get those in. All right. Also, I'm getting a little sick. I don't know if you could hear it, but the cold's been going around. All right, here we go. Here we go. It is time. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Let's hear that back. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Oh, we're sounding great. Let's fucking go. The Fantastic Four trailer has been released. We're going to be talking all about it. Plus, apparently, Doctor Strange is actually going to be appearing in Avengers Doomsday, even though we heard the opposite. We'll talk about that as well. All of this and much more right now on the Council of the Multiverse podcast. All right, good intro, good intro. It is time to convene, representing Blade Studios and presented in Fantastivision. My name is Isaiah, and I'm serving as your council chair here for this meeting. Let's get started with the big story. The Fantastic Four trailer, the teaser trailer, has been released. All right, so I'm taking it if you're listening to me talk right now, you have seen the trailer, so let's just talk about it. First things first, I gotta say this up front. The star of the trailer was The Thing. He looked great. I love that he's in the suit. He looks great in the suit. I'm happy that he didn't go with the, oh, he's wearing some bottoms, but he's shirtless. I like how he's actually wearing the suit alongside with the team. I also like that I was curious as to see how they would do this. I wasn't sure how tall he would be, because sometimes he's of similar height than the rest of the team. He's like a human height, or he's like much bigger. I'm happy they went with the decision where it's just, yeah, it's this guy. He's a little bit bigger. He's made out of rocks. That's pretty much what it is. I like that decision a lot. I think he looks great overall. Star of the trailer, which is crazy because the Invisible Woman was also great. But staying with The Thing too, I did enjoy the reference to the actor being from The Bear. I like that a lot when they're cooking. That was pretty funny. Also, something I noticed is that Herbie doesn't have a voice yet. We did not get any voice lines from Herbie. I'm curious about that because, we got, this is a very surprising teaser trailer actually, because usually with teaser trailers, there's very minimal dialogue. Just look at the Superman trailer that came out a couple months ago. Very little dialogue. These teasers are just meant to, give you the tone, give you the feel of the movie, and that's pretty much it. There was a lot of dialogue in this trailer here. They gave out a lot. We got dialogue from, was it all four? Yeah, we heard from Invisible Woman, Reed, of course. The Thing. I think Johnny Storm said hi. I think that's the most he said. But he said something. We got dialogue from all four members. We got a shot of Galactus. We were able to see the back of his head. But we did not hear Herbie. That's very curious to me. Very curious. I don't know what they're trying to hide. Maybe they're just trying to hide the actor. But then, I don't know. Because is the voice actor for Herbie going to be a bigger surprise than showing Galactus? You know what I mean? They gave us a look at Galactus, but they don't want to give us Herbie's voice. Very interesting. Piqued my interest, that's for sure. So, I like the whole retro vibe. I like that a lot. That's pretty fun. When Reed is on the chalkboard, I noticed that I didn't get a close-up on it. I didn't zoom in on the frame. I just saw the diagram he made. It looks like he's trying to make some interdimensional portal somehow. I think. Maybe he's trying to do some multiverse stuff. Maybe it's all theoretical so far. But it's very interesting because I was thinking with this movie, towards the end, maybe they're caught by surprise. They're caught in the multiverse by surprise. Here it looks like he's, again, maybe it's just a theoretical on his side, but we as a viewer knows that he's onto something. Maybe, his goal in this movie is to go throughout the multiverse. That's pretty crazy if that's the case. And also, I do want to mention something else I noticed. This one, I don't think a lot of people are going to notice on like day one where the trailer arrived, but I caught it. I'm that type of guy. I got that big brain. I got those big eyes too. I'm also cross-eyed, so maybe I get some like better view that you can't see. But something very subtle is when Reed is talking and he's like recalling their first mission when they got the powers. He's talking to Sue about it. While he's talking, we see footage of Reed and Sue in the ship where Sue is like partially turning invisible, right? And then like Reed is like holding her head. And it's like framed in a way in which it's like, I'm going to guess, I haven't seen other people's breakdowns of the trailer yet, but I'm going to guess that most people, when they see that, they're going to think that that is going to be a flashback to what Reed is talking about on the mission where they get the powers. But I'm sitting here, I'm saying, no way, brother. Because I looked at it. Reed has the Fantastic Four logo on his sleeve on the suit when he's like with Sue in the ship. So that footage is when they go up to space again for like another mission after they already have their powers. Because it's an entirely new suit than the ones that they have earlier in the trailer when the team is wearing suits in front of like all those photographers when they're surrounding them. It's a completely different suit. There was no Fantastic Four logo to be found. I think that shot is after they get the powers and then are on the mission that happens in the movie, which is very interesting because again, when he's like holding Sue's head, it's like framed as if this is the mission where they got the powers. Am I making any sense? Maybe I don't make any sense, but they're two different things. What Reed is talking about in the voiceover is completely different than what we are seeing on the trailer. So those are two different instances of them being in space. So I wonder what they're setting up, because like what trouble are they going to get into on that second mission where Reed is like reacting similar to how he would react if he's finding out he's turning invisible for the first time. Do you get what I mean? In my head, I'm making sense. I don't know, maybe you have to watch it again. There was no Fantastic Four patch on those original suits. So I'm just saying. That's something I noticed. But speaking of Reed, though, man, I know the discourse ever since the casting came out. I'm sold on it. I think Pedro Pascal is great. I think he does, we only got, what's the teaser at? Like a minute and a half or whatever. I'm already sold on him. We see both him being charismatic and serious at the same time, which is exactly what you would want out of a Reed Richards. I think he's going to be great. I'm very excited. Vanessa Kirby, Susan Storm, she's like, if the Thing wasn't as prominent and looked as good, Susan Storm would be the star of the whole trailer. She was great as well. I think it's a perfect casting. Really great stuff. I'm excited about her. Johnny Storm, we didn't see too much of him, but we did see him flame up. And he looked great. It looked phenomenal. I'm very excited about this trailer. Those are really all my thoughts, apart from the stuff you're probably going to hear from, other podcasts, other breakdowns and stuff. It just overall, it looks very fun. I'm super excited. I wonder what else they're going to reveal for the Super Bowl spot. Because they got a 30-second spot coming up for the Super Bowl. And maybe that's where we hear Herbie for the first time. Maybe that's why they held off on it. Maybe that's like the new aspect, because that's how usually these trailers go, where they release a trailer for a movie a little bit before the Super Bowl. And then when the Super Bowl comes, you get like 30 seconds and they introduce a couple of new aspects that you didn't see in the original trailer. It's possible we hear Herbie for the first time. Possibly. Maybe that's what they're holding off for. But man, I'm very excited. It's also curious why they showed the back of Galactus's head and not just him facing the camera. Because wasn't it like wasn't it Comic-Con or something last year when we first heard the music for Fantastic Four, and then they showed like a quick video, and then you saw his eyes and such. So they showed Galactus's face already. I wonder why they're hiding it. Maybe, just the general public hasn't seen the face, so they're holding off on it. I don't know. He looks great though. He looks great. I'll tell you that much right now. Everything's looking great. Something I also noticed. I want to end this trailer discussion with this. At the very end, where they show the release date, at the bottom, when they show the copyright information and such, usually the boring stuff you don't pay attention to. I'm sitting there, I'm a boring guy. I read that real quick. 20th Century Studios is there on the copyright. Which, there were rumors, there's been rumors since basically Disney bought Fox that when we started seeing the X-Men pop up in the MCU, they're being played by the actors that played them in the X-Men movies. And then there was this rumor going around, a pretty big rumor, was that they're holding off on, formally introducing the X-Men, doing the movies and such, because Fox had contracts with the actors for the X-Men movies. And they're multi-year deals that they couldn't end when they bought the company, so they had to see it through. So that's why they weren't using them. And then, the rumor is oh yeah, a couple years in with Doctor Strange and all that, they just figured, hey, we have a creative way of introducing the X-Men and mutants and such without actually bringing the team in yet. So that's why they started bringing in the actors that have played them already, because the contracts were already existing. I bring this up because if 20th Century Studios, if they technically still have the film rights to for the Fantastic Four, why were they able to recast the characters for this one? You know what I mean? When the 2015 Fantastic Four came out, did they just not sign them to another movie or something? Or end the contract? Or what's going on there? Why is the X-Men different than Fantastic Four? I don't know. I'm just bringing that up because I notice 20th Century Studios here is kind of distributing or presenting this film. I don't know. I'm not a contract guy. I just want to point that out. Very interesting to me. But that's all I got to say about the Fantastic Four trailer. I like it a lot. The vibe is great. I am excited. I'm very interested to see what they do with this alternate timeline aspect of it. Because obviously, either at the end of this movie or maybe in the Avengers movie at the start or something, they're going to be transported into the MCU. That timeline. And it's just, I'm very curious as to how they pretty much have a fresh start right now with how they present superheroes and the storytelling. And it's basically almost no, it's not a reboot because they're not doing the characters they've done before. But you get what I mean. They could take a wildly different approach to this movie than they do with the others. And that's pretty crazy. I'm excited to see what Matt Shakman cooks up here. Because it looks great already. It looks fantastic. Do you get it? All right. Speaking of getting things, here's something I don't get. Let's move on to our next story here. Apparently, Doctor Strange is actually going to be appearing in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. If you remember, on our last episode of the podcast, our leading story was Benedict Cumberbatch doing an interview and saying he doesn't really fit with the Doomsday story, so he's not going to be in it, but he's going to be in a lot of Secret Wars. Well, we got an update to it. This is coming from Entertainment Weekly. And I quote, Benedict Cumberbatch is clarifying comments he made in a previous multiverse about his involvement in the next Avengers film, claiming that he will reprise his role as Doctor Strange in Doomsday after all. The actor was uncharacteristically forthcoming for a Marvel star when he let it slip earlier this month that Doctor Strange, who played a major role in Infinity War and Endgame, would not appear in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday, but Cumberbatch has since changed his tune, revealing at this year's Sundance Film Festival that he was wrong. And then we go on to quote Cumberbatch himself. I got that wrong. I am in the next one. Cumberbatch told Business Insider when asked if he received any sternly worded emails from the infamously secretive Marvel team. It's unclear if Cumberbatch is being 100% truthful, as many Marvel stars have lied about their involvement in the films. And then a little bit later in this article, when BI made note of these fabrications, those Marvel non-disclosure agreements must be more ironclad than Iron Man himself, Cumberbatch remained coy, saying, "Don't ever believe anything I say." So, that's interesting, isn't it? Doctor Strange is actually going to be in Doomsday after all. He's going to be in both Avengers movies. Meaning, the bulk of what we talked about on the last podcast is now meaningless. But that's pretty funny. So he's going to be in both. Very interesting. So now, let's have a little discussion here. Now, because, go back and listen to the podcast we did where we thought he wasn't going to be in it. We're talking about Doctor Strange 3 happening between the two Avengers movies. Okay, if he's going to be in both now, are we no longer getting Doctor Strange 3? And if so, that second movie left on a cliffhanger. What are we doing with that plot line? Are we doing that in Doomsday now? Very interesting stuff. Because, with each passing day, I don't know if you know how time works, but with each passing day, we are getting closer to these Avengers movies. That's how time works, right? So it's very interesting now. Now I don't know if Doctor Strange 3 is going to be happening next year. Or not next year, but filming next year. Very interesting stuff. But also, is he lying about this? Is he wrong about this? Hey, what is it? Would it be funny if Stephen McFeely, who's writing the two Avengers movies, and probably, maybe talking with the Russo brothers as well on how the story is happening. What if right now he's just doing crazy rewrites, even though they're about to start shooting Doomsday here in a couple months? What if he's just, picking up the phone? He's like, "Hey, Benedict, you're gonna be in this movie." And then, 2 days later, he's like, "Hey, Benedict, no, you're actually gonna skip this one." And then 2 days later, "Hey, you're gonna be in this one actually. Oh wait, no, we're gonna have you do a flashback. Wait, no, you're not gonna be in this movie." You know what I mean? Maybe you're just getting all these different news. Maybe they're still trying to figure it out. I don't know. You may be listening to me talk and say he's reading too much into it, and I firmly agree with you. He's probably just wrong. Probably gonna be in both movies. I'll take him at his word for this. Don't make me regret it. Or maybe you do. Who cares about me? All right. So Doctor Strange, at least for now, is going to be in both Avengers movies. That's very exciting. Let's move on to me correcting myself, because not only did I have a whole discussion about Doctor Strange not being in Doomsday, and then I just had to correct myself. On our last episode as well, I had to rectify something. We did an MCU tier list of all the Disney Plus shows they've done so far, right? There are two shows that have been pointed out to me that I missed. I just completely glossed over. I had them on my list, but I guess when I was talking about them, going through the list, I just skipped over them. So I do apologize. My list was not complete on that last episode. I'm going to really quick go over the 2 that I missed. So She-Hulk. We got these different tiers. If you're unfamiliar on how tier lists work, it goes S, A, B, C, D, F. I give She-Hulk a D. Okay, it's not an awful show, right? It's not getting an F. I do like Jennifer Walters. She's cool. I just, you gotta be careful with talking about the show. Even still, it's been years. I do like how, I'll start off with the positives, as I try to do. I like how both WandaVision and this show structured themselves and treated themselves as series instead of just movies. So I thought the episodic format helped a lot. I did like how there's little adventures happening in every episode. I just do not agree with the idea that if you do something ironically or on purpose, that justifies what you're doing. I don't think it's okay to write a very mediocre and at times nonsensical show and then at the end literally look in the camera and tell the audience that, hey, we intentionally made this show worse because we know you wouldn't like it. I don't think that's okay. And I don't think that retroactively makes the show better. It makes it even worse because you went out of your way to not give us a good show. So I don't know, man. This show the ending was like kind of creative, but also kind of broke the MCU. Because it was cool where she met Kevin and it was like this meta joke, right? It was cool. But being meta about like, oh yeah, these like shows and all these like movies and shows end the same way. Why can't we be different? And then after that, retconning the story to end the same way that those other stories you just pointed out ended is just, it doesn't really make sense to me. And then also it breaks it to where like, it's been years since the show came out. I don't understand why Marvel would allow that kind of meta to be addressed in the way that it did when they know damn well that the following shows and movies are sticking with the formula that they are calling out in the show. So not only does this show not work in and of itself by pointing out the things that they intentionally did to make it worse, it also highlighted the formula that they have been using for everything else, and then they continued to keep using. It's a very strange phenomenon that this show highlighted here. And I don't get why they did it. I don't get why they didn't just make a good show. That's all I got to say about She-Hulk. Do we get into the conversation? I really don't. No, we gotta bring up my full thoughts. I can't just withhold my thoughts, right? I gotta be truthful. All right, so let me give you my full thoughts on She-Hulk. Or not like full. I can't remember the full show off the top of my head. Okay, it's just, I'm trying to be as respectful as I can because I've seen the discourse around the show be like disrespectful and ugly. I'm trying to be respectful with what I think of the show. I dislike that it seemed like every single man in the show was either evil, an idiot, or both. Think about every man in the show. They are one of the three. I'll bring up the list right now. Okay, we have the list of the cast. All right, let me go through this, okay? I'm just gonna do like the main cast that is like prominent, okay? Or things that just stand out to me. All right, so the first one, what is his name? Is it the Immortal? I think it's Immortal, right? Immortal, which he was funny in the show, but he was an asshole, right? An asshole, you know, evil asshole, you know what I mean? Like synonyms. That's what that category is. He's an asshole. That's what Immortal is. Then we got Dennis, the one who thought he was dating Meg the Stallion. He's an asshole. We got Donnie Blaze. He's an asshole. We got Luke Jacobson, the I'm forgetting the name, but the clothing dude, right? He was pretty funny, but there's no question he was an asshole. We got Wong. We love Wong, but you know, the way they present it, he's like kind of an idiot. He's just like, things are happening, blah, 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 right? Hanging out with Madison, who's cool, but like, yo, it's like they present it like, oh, hey, look at these two idiots hanging out together, right? We got Todd. Oh, he's in that category 3. He's an asshole and he's evil. And kind of stupid too. Then we got, of course, Abomination. Kind of an idiot. Okay. We got Pug. Oh my, dude was such an idiot. Jeez, dude. That dude annoyed me at how stupid they made that guy. He was so oblivious to everything. We got Bruce Banner here in the show. With the way this show presented him, he was kind of a doofus as well. And then finally, we got Matt Murdock, Daredevil himself. This guy is the one exception, okay? He is the one exception. He's not an asshole. He's not evil. He's not stupid. But can you guess what the... Could you guess the reason why that isn't the case? Oh man, it's because he and She-Hulk hooked up, and he also is a superhero. He has his own show coming out. You can't make him an asshole. People are supposed to like this dude. Every other man, though, one of the three. It was crazy. So that's something it was just so obvious every single time. It was like halfway through the show, I'm like, oh, there's a man right there popping up. He's either going to be one of the three. I got this, like, these categories down halfway through the show. I knew what they were doing. And then they just kept doing it for the rest of the show. It was like, even like fucking She-Hulk's dad is a fucking doofus. Like, every man is either an asshole, evil, or a doofus. Or like a combination of all of them. It was crazy. Like, Scar popped up. He was on screen for 10 seconds. Dude looked. Have you seen that haircut? He's a fucking doofus. Every man, even if they're CGI, a fucking doofus or evil. It's crazy. And then to like turn and look at the audience and be like, yeah, well, I wrote this show like this because I knew people wouldn't like it. So you're writing a show you know people wouldn't like. Man, it's irritating to me. It's irritating to me that, like, it's some people's jobs to write TV shows and make TV shows, and then they like approach it with like this weird, like, coming out with this angle instead of just like trying to write the best show they can. They're like trying to like gaslight or like play games with people, like the audience. It doesn't make any sense. It was so weird. But besides that, like in the actual show, like narrative wise, it was like also, I don't know, they like, it felt very much like this show wanted to be like a courtroom comedy show. Because that's like, you know, a few of the plots revolved around that and such. But like the courtroom scenes were just, I can't even tell you any details about them. They were forgettable. Like there was no, like, even when Jennifer Walters was like defending Abomination so he could get parole, it wasn't like she was just saying obvious stuff. It was like when I was watching it, I believe I said this when I was watching this. I was just like, I'm not even a lawyer. And like 30 minutes into knowing the case, I would have had this argument ready. And then you're going to look at me and be like, oh yeah, Jennifer Walters is this genius lawyer. It's like, but this is just like common sense as a defense. I don't understand. You're telling me this dude, Abomination, has been locked away for like 10 years by now, and he couldn't find a single lawyer to lay out the most obvious defense ever? It was just, it did not work for me. It did not work. I do want to see She-Hulk again, though. I think she's cool. I think Tatiana Maslany, she's great in the role. I think the CGI looked pretty good considering it's a series and they had to do it multiple times and such. I think it looked good. I want to see her back. I just don't want to see like a season 2 of this show. But like, yo, put her in the movies. I like her. Or like put her in Daredevil. I don't know if she's rumored to appear, but I like her. I want to see her again, just not a season 2. And then the other show that I missed on the tier list last week, or not last week, last episode, I should probably start trying to make these a weekly thing, is X-Men 97. X-Men gets an A. It gets an A, man. This show is great. It really awoken me to, how do I put this? Listen, I'm not a big comic guy. I haven't read comics like that, but this is just how I feel about this. From my viewpoint, I think X-Men just works better as a show. Like in an episodic format and such, I've just enjoyed these stories. I've enjoyed this group on a show more than I have in the movies. I don't know if it's literally because of the format change or just the different approaches. Maybe it's a combination of both. But like the original X-Men series and then 97, I like infinitely more than the movies. I'm not saying the movies are bad or anything. It's just the enjoyment level is just so drastic. I'm like so invested into the animated team that I am in the movies, right? And it's like, okay, the movies, who are you invested in? Really, it's just the big three that they present, right? You got Charles Xavier, Magneto, and Wolverine. The other people are cool, but they're not like, I'm not like frothing at the mouth to see what they do next. In this series, I'm like, yo, Wolverine, even though he's not like the main character of the show, I'm interested in what he's doing. All right. Cyclops and Jean Grey, they are the main characters of this show. I'm interested to see what they're doing. Yo, the whole Charles Xavier up in space, still alive aspect, I'm interested in that. The Magneto and Rogue stuff, I like that, including Gambit into it. R.I.P. You're not long gonna be waiting for this. You better remember it. I fucking love that shit, right? Like, I enjoy pretty much everything that everybody is doing at any given, even Jubilee with that one dude, I'm forgetting the name off the top of my head, I apologize, but the mutant who was like trying to work his courage up to tell his family that he's a mutant. I like Jubilee storyline with that dude, right? Like, all of it just works. It was entertaining. It was like the Storm stuff with Forge, that was great, right? Everything, it's like every scene, you know, you're going back and forth between these stories, but you're not like, at least to me, I'm not sitting there being like, oh, this is a drag. Can we just like circle back over to Wolverine, please? I'm like, every single scene, I'm like, oh, we're getting an update to this story. Okay, I'm down. And the next scene, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. Right? It was just that for the whole show. And it was great. So X-Men 97 gets an A for me. Great stuff. All right, so that is wrapping up that tier list that I missed those two shows on. Let's move on to some Marvel Rivals news, shall we? All right, so at the time of recording, this coming Thursday on February 6th, February 6th, we have two new skins coming to the game. We got Luna Snow's Mirai 2099 skin. I like this one. It's looking good. I like the purple. It's actually looking pretty good. I like that. I don't know if I'm going to buy it, but I bet a lot of people are. I'm going to enjoy seeing that as I'm fighting them. You know, when I'm laying the smack down onto Luna Snow. Courtesy of Invisible Woman. Oh, hell yeah. And then the next skin they're putting out this Thursday is Captain America's Avengers Infinity War skin. And that's really cool. I'm really enjoying how they're tying in the movies into this game. I like that a lot. Fingers crossed, though. I'm hoping for his original Avengers suit, and I'm hoping for the Civil War suit. That's what I'm hoping for. And I don't know how crazy they're going to get with these skins. I don't know if they're going to eventually include all of the movie skins, even though I think they should. I don't know how many variations they're going to put for every character in terms of how many movie skins they give them, but I want those two that I just mentioned. And above all else, I want his Winter Soldier suit. Please, please take my money. Please. I don't even play Captain America like that, but I want that as an option. Please. I will learn how to play Captain America. I will sit there all day. I can do this all day and learn how to main Captain America if you put that suit in the game. But those are the two suits coming this Thursday. And also, speaking of suits, this one came out recently, but I just want to give you an update in case you haven't heard about it. They put the Spider-Man 2 from the Insomniac games, the Spider-Man 2 suit, you know, with the white spider. It's looking very good. I'm not a Spider-Man main, so right now, it's not my full-time job to make videos, do podcasts, stuff like that. I don't get that income. But if I did main Spider-Man, this is an instant buy. It looks incredible. I'm not throwing shade at the Marvel Rivals suit. Of course, this is just personal preference. I like the white spider on it. I like the white instead of the black. I think it pops a lot. I think Insomniac, when they made that suit, they were cooking. They were actually cooking. So I'm happy to see that game, or that skin in the game. And finally, for our Marvel Rival segment here, a little update to the Spring Festival. I told you I would give you an update after I played that mode. You know, that Central Soccer mode. Here's my update. I'm not a huge fan of it, I'll be honest with you. I had a little bit of fun on live streams playing it for a little bit. But like, when I say little bit, I literally mean a little bit of fun. Like, just a little bit. I see their vision, but I just think it was a very interesting, and possibly not a wise decision, to have one of the characters on the team who could fly. Because I get the idea of, oh, hey, you get two Star-Lords on a team, so like if one flies up with the ball, the other one could fly up too. But then you have 4 people just on the ground doing nothing. So it wasn't that fun for me. I don't know, maybe it would change if they didn't include Star-Lord, if they included somebody else. I don't know, or maybe they did like everybody can fly, right? I feel like it should be like an all or nothing type thing when you're playing soccer and somebody can fly. It should be all or nothing. It shouldn't be, hey, just these, you know, like 1/3 of each team are able to do it. A lot of the gameplay was just looking up at the sky and it's like, oh, well, Star-Lord has the ball now. So those are my thoughts about that. Maybe, you know, bring it back next year. Maybe with an expanded roster of people you can pick as, and then maybe you either take out people who can fly or you put more people who can. So at the very least, maybe I don't know, maybe it's like 5-on-5 next year. And then, you know, maybe 2 or 3 on each team are able to fly. So there's more of an even balance on that. I don't know how you fix it. I do think they should bring it back next year. I think they should just, you know, take some of the feedback people are giving them and then refine it. All right, so before we head out of here on the Council of the Multiverse, which, by the way, if you're listening on podcast services, please leave a review. Let people know what we're doing over here. If you're listening to this over on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment. YouTube channel memberships are available. Super thanks are available. All that good stuff. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. But we're moving on to the Q&A, which I still think I'm going to start calling them the Council Town Halls. I think that's pretty funny to call them. But you could either leave your comments as a review on podcast platforms if you'd like. You can leave them in the comments of the YouTube version if you like. Or you could join our Discord server where we have a whole channel where you could leave your questions, your comments, and such to be right on the show right over there. So let's begin. First up, we have Keys. First saying, those Fantastic Four suits are amazing. I'm hoping we get a skin bundle for them in Marvel Rivals. I agree. I think for sure, come July, they're putting out those skins. I also like the skins, the suits a lot. I think it perfectly matches. It's both retro enough, but also they work on their own. I like them. They're sleek, they're colorful, while also being simplistic. That's exactly what they're going for with this first movie. They're probably gonna get some high-tech suits, maybe towards the end of this movie, or like in Doomsday or whatever, next time we see them. I think right now with their origins, or not origins, but you know, their inaugural appearance, I think this is fantastic. I like them a lot. But Keys also says, my biggest question about the movie is what is the fate of this alternate universe going to be? We've been assuming it's going to be destroyed, but would that fit into the tone of the movie in this trailer? I hear what you're saying. It doesn't really fit the tone. But also, let me, I didn't talk about this when I was talking about the trailer. I think, like, you could see it, like, more so right at the beginning when they're talking to whatever that dude is, like the reporter or whatever, when they're giving a tour of the Baxter building. And then, like, you know, Rita Richards is talking very awkwardly. And then Susan Storm beside him is, like, walking and standing awkwardly as well. I think it's very much a thing where, I don't know if I want to get too crazy with the theory. You know, hey, I think maybe the movie, of course, this is not like, you know, I just saw the trailer a few hours ago, but I think it might be a thing where they're skipping over the origin, or maybe like at the very start of the movie, they do a quick montage, maybe like, you know what, this is a crazy reference, but I'm going to make it. You remember Dark Phoenix? Trust me, I know you don't want to remember the movie, but go back in your memory, pluck that movie from your memory, and remember it. Gambit style, okay? Like at the start of that movie, you know, when they're going off into space on the mission, it was like that first 10 minutes, it was pretty hype, right? It was kind of exciting, and they walk over to the ship, they go off into space. That all happens within the opening moments of the movie. I think they could do something similar to where they don't have to do a full origin story, but it's, you know, they just hit the big pieces. Like, hey, scientists, boom, astronauts, very smart people, boom, boom, boom. All right, lift off into space. That's the mission. And then you see whatever happens, they get their powers, and then that's all done within the first 10 minutes. And then maybe they hit you with a, hey, 2 years later. And then we pick up with the Fantastic Four, and then that's where, you know, we get the tour of the Baxter building. So we're a couple years in, that's how people know who they are and stuff like that. I think, of course, they're like public people, and I think in this universe, they're the only superheroes. I think they're just putting on a performance of, hey, we're like this idealistic family, things are great, Everything is fine. Lego movie style. Everything is awesome. But like really, they're just hiding like, you know, maybe some dark stuff. Or not like dark, well, like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh yeah, they're struggling to be superheroes. This isn't very easy. Now there's like villains they gotta fight, right? I think there's gonna be a duality of tones within the movie where, you know, they put on a good face and things are cool, but like really, it's a very difficult job to have as a Fantastic Four. And I think they're gonna play with that duality throughout the movie. So by the end of the movie, like, you know, this duality so well. So then it's entirely possible you have like this darker ending because it's been so drastic for the rest of the movie. Like Galactus is gonna show up. You know what I mean? Like this movie isn't just going to be, oh man, exploration. It's so mysterious yet wonderful. It's not gonna be like that one tone that whole movie. Things are gonna get crazy when Galactus shows up, right? So I think by the end of the movie, we're gonna be like, it's entirely possible where this fucking whole universe just fucking blows up, dude, or gets eaten. It's no longer going to exist. And that's what makes me excited for this movie, most of all. Like, this movie could get nuts, dude. On top of that, we might see, you know what, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Our very next question comes from Alex, simply asking, do you think Doctor Doom will appear in the movie? I was just about to mention this. Like, this movie could get so crazy. I'm not going to be surprised. I'm going to be very hyped, of course. I'm not going to be surprised if, you know, one of the end scenes or whatever is Doctor Doom shows up. It's probably going to be very brief, but like I really do think, because this is the last movie before Avengers, right? I think that duality of tones, they're going to start clashing like midway through the movie. And then the tone is just going to drastically shift into things are now getting real. Things are getting fucked up and shit is crazy now. So then Galactus eats the planet, maybe destroys a whole universe. They get sucked into the main MCU. Doctor Doom does too. Things are going to get crazy at this movie. I'm so excited, dude. Man. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's gonna, by the time we end the movie, I think it's gonna fit with the tone and such. I think Doctor Doom showing up. I think Galactus is gonna wreck shop. It's gonna be crazy. All right, next up we got James asking, will we see the Council of Reeds? I don't know about this movie. I don't think this movie. I think they got, like I just mentioned, maybe Doctor Doom towards the end. I think Galactus. I think they got, and then wrestling with like being public figures as superheroes on top of dealing with their superpowers. Like, I think they're going to be dealing with a lot in this movie, but I think it might be just short of a guarantee that we'll get the Council of Reeds in Doomsday. I think that's what they're setting up. But like, are they going to bring back the actors? You got to bring back, if you're doing the Council of Reeds, you have to bring back the actors. Are we getting John Krasinski? Is he coming back for a little cameo? Are we getting the one from the 2005 version? Are we getting Miles Teller? Which I know people don't like Miles Teller as Reed Richards. I didn't hate it. I thought he was cool. The movie, of course, not very good, but like, if you gave that dude some good material to work with as Reed Richards, I think he could have been very good. And I support him potentially getting a second shot at being Reed Richards here. And moving on, we got Mesmerizing Hope simply saying, I like the music a lot. I like the music a lot too. Michael Giacchino, the absolute GOAT. That's why he's a GOAT. Man, so genius to incorporate like that Fantastic Four choir at the end. Oh man, Do you think in the universe, now I'm asking questions to you listening, do you think in the universe that song exists? You know what I mean? Like, because it looked like at the end, they were like on that platform, it looked like a commercial or something similar to at the very start of the trailer with the reporter and such. You know, this is like their public persona. Do you think that song exists in the universe where they literally made a Fantastic Four theme song for them? That would be very fun. I think that would be cool. And then next here on this Q&A, we got Marcus asking, so when is the Thing and Human Torch coming to Marvel Rivals? By my guess, I'm thinking it's probably, ooh. Now, here's my guess. I haven't seen anything about the actual, like the specific release date, but here's my prediction. I'm going to predict that we are getting the Human Torch and the Thing on Thursday, February 20th. That's my prediction. And finally, Marcus asking another question. Asking, will it be Tony's Doctor Doom or a different variant? This is the unpopular side, but I do think that the Doctor Doom that RDJ is playing, I think he is going to be a Tony Stark variant. I think here in this Fantastic Four universe, I think this is where that Doctor Doom comes from. I think all four of these guys plus Doctor Doom are going to get sucked somehow. Or maybe it's the, you know, the device that Reed is working on. They're going to use it at the end, either intentionally or not intentionally. They're going to get sucked into the MCU. I think this Doctor Doom comes from that universe. I think it was a Tony Stark who never became Iron Man. He became Doctor Doom. I don't know how deep they're going to go with it. As in, because they could, you know, they could get a little creative with it. Like, I know the Russos, when they came out to be announced, I know they literally said, even though, you know, you always got to keep in mind they could just be lying to hide the surprise. But let's say they're telling the truth when they say, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom, specifically Victor Von Doom. They could get creative with it because it's a universe that's going to be destroyed anyway. It could literally just be he just adopts the name Victor Von Doom, right? Maybe just comes up with it or whatever. However he gets the name, it could just be the Tony Stark that never becomes Iron Man. He's just now called Victor Von Doom, hence Doctor Doom, right? I don't know if they're going to, in this movie, since again, this universe is temporary to begin with, I don't know if they're going to go crazy with the lore and, you know, give them the backstory of Latveria. I don't know if they're going to introduce Latveria here in this movie. I don't know. And I don't know if they're going to introduce it in Doomsday. Because these Avengers movies, bro, like, they got a lot to pack in. I don't know if they're going to introduce all of that. So I think my theory is that they're just going to do a Tony Stark variant that becomes Doctor Doom. Keep it simple. And I don't know, man. I don't know how they're going to do it because, of course, you know, back in this time period of this universe, Tony Stark isn't going to be alive at this point. But again, whatever they're doing, it's a temporary universe. They could literally play around with any story that they want. They could literally say Tony Stark was born much earlier or something. Whatever they want to do, they could just do it because it doesn't really matter anyway. Like, I don't think RDJ is going to be playing Doctor Doom past these two Avengers movies. And then I don't think they're going to say, you know what, let's wrap up Doctor Doom after these 2 Avengers movies. We're not going to touch that character again. I think after these Avengers movies, Doctor Doom is still going to be a thing. I think they're going to introduce a new actor to the main timeline, and I think that's where all of his actual backstories are going to come from. That's where we introduce Latveria. That's where we introduce an actual Victor Von Doom. You know, the dynamic with Reed Richards and such. I think that's when it's going to be established. That's how I view it. So then, if they're not doing all this actual Doctor Doom stuff with RDJ, I think all of that is going to be, I think all of this is going to be Tony Stark variant. You know, hey, what if Tony Stark never became Iron Man? Well, if he was born much earlier? Hey, he still has the same face. Well, if he takes off his mask, that's when Spider-Man is like, oh no, that looks like Tony Stark. That's my dad, pretty much. Right? They could play around with all these ideas that they can't really play around with afterwards with an actual Doctor Doom. I think that's how they're going to do it. But with all of that said, that brings us to the end of this episode, of this council meeting. Thank you so much for joining me for the Council of the Multiverse. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy the Fantastic Four trailer. If you would like to submit your questions for the next episode of the Q&A, or the next edition of the Q&A on the next episode, you can join our Discord server. You can find the link down in the description of this episode. We would love to have you part of the community. Leave those questions for the next one. Go check out our YouTube channel. We got a bunch of Marvel Rivals videos. And it's possible that our next episode, maybe I do a little preview episode sometime next week beforehand, or maybe not, brother. I'm not sure. But we will be doing an episode. We may even get an appearance from my girlfriend, Lucia, talking all about Captain America Brave New World. We'll be doing a review on that. That might be the next episode, or we'll do one in between, but we're definitely doing an episode for that one. So we'll see you there. Thank you for watching and listening, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Damn, almost an hour. I'm just over here yapping. Holy. How's it going, Marcus? How you doing? Doing good, man. How's your day been? Pretty much woke up, got a couple hours of sleep, woke up, watched this trailer, put out the Moon Knight video, and then did this podcast. It's pretty early in my day. Still got a couple hours before work. I'm doing all right. Should I do a couple games of Rivals? I kind of feel like it. I got the itch. Did I reach gold? No, actually, I was playing a little bit after work last night. I believe I am one game away from reaching gold. Let's see. Let's see. Ah. All right. Oh, yes, sir. Look at that. 80 out of 100. Let's see if this is the game. Okay, here's the deal. I still gotta edit the podcast and put it out before I go to work. I gotta be at work in 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm either gonna one-shot this game right here, reach gold, and that's where we're gonna end the stream because I don't want to reach gold, play another game, and then lose gold. We either reach gold right here on this game and end the stream, or I'll keep playing to the bottom of the hour, so 30 minutes. One of the two.
The right heroes could make all the difference. I'm not the type who fades quietly into the background.
Oh, I want those Fantastic Four suits in the game right now. You kidding me? Even though these suits are pretty cool.
Round one. Cosmic rays didn't make me who I am today. My family did. They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Oh, here we go.
The time has come to call on ancient forces to aid us in this battle.
Oh, I always wanted to learn magic. Tippy Toe loves a good card trick.
The spells I have mastered are not for novices. They are fueled by pure chaos. You want pure chaos?
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Feel the pull! So it begins.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
I have visited countless dimensions. This place never fails to impress.
That's fair.
Invisible? Feeling fantastic.
I feel like myself again.
Oh.
You've earned it.
Bionic surge.
Are you out in the open like that, Squirrel Girl?
Better stop that vehicle.
was here.
Double KO!
I'll
They've
fight
made
for
it
my family
halfway!
until the end.
Stop them!
Oh, brother.
There's still a chance to stop them!
Feeling fantastic. Force burst.
They hit a checkpoint!
Oh,
Now might be a
brother.
good time to stop them.
Vortex field.
Oh, man.
Double KO!
I don't give up so easily.
They've made it halfway! Stop them!
Clear the way. That's much better.
Feeling stronger already.
Clear the way. No worries. I got your back.
There's still a chance to stop them!
Force burst.
My friends are here!
I got you covered. Psionic surge.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Oh, brother. Get away from me.
Vortex field. Clear the way. A little help, please.
Come on, come on. Come on,
They
Storm.
hit a
Come on.
checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
Got him. Got him.
I'm gonna get nuts!
How close am I with the
I
Lord
don't give up so
Patriot?
easily.
We can check after this.
Don't mind me.
Better stop that vehicle!
Feeling fantastic. Vortex field.
Us against the world!
Maximum force.
Your powers are mine!
Disappear!
Oh, brother, not the counter.
Shields up!
I'll fight for my family until the end.
Oh, this is gonna be a
Don't
tough
give
couple
them another
days. I'll tell you
inch,
that right
Or
now.
else.
Man, I'm getting sick. Gotta be at work. Gotta be at work early tomorrow. And this is gonna be tough.
The god of
And I'm playing like shit. What the fuck?
The current score is 0-3. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
What the hell is wrong with me?
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I'm not the type who fades quietly into the background.
Dude's name is a Michael Bay film. Oh, it's one of those games, huh?
Round 2,
After
go!
all these years, saving the world still hasn't gotten
You
old.
cannot save Yggdrasil, nor can you save yourselves.
Be right back.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Fools! Do you truly believe you can stop my grand scheme?
I wish I could say the same, Father.
You may not be a true mutant, but you'll always be welcome on Krakoa.
Thank you for the invite, but I think I will pass.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Vortex field!
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
This is just a normal day in our family.
The gods are feeling stronger already.
You right there. That's feel the pull. Thanks. We've got trouble. He's moving again. That's much better. Vortex field. Psionic surge. I am wounded. Friends, gather around. Us against the world. Let us sing Psionic first.
For mutant kind!
Feel the pull. I'll get you.
Armed and dangerous! Again!
Visible? My friends are here!
Oh, brother.
Much better.
He's moving again! I won't disappear so easily. Vortex field! Here comes the bad guy. Anchor so easy! Come up time! Rest easy now. Father. You have saved me.
Your powers are mine! Feel the wrath! Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Damn, dude. Damn, dude. Oh.
I won't disappear. Force field? Good to go. We can still reach the world truth. Force burst! Disappear! Us against the world! Psionic surge! Your fate is sealed. Vortex field! Only 60 seconds left.
Now, my kind, your troubled days are over.
Behold the god of thunder!
Force burst!
Brother. Brother.
We are undefeated!
This is crazy.
Rest easy now. Down to 30 seconds. Force burst. An enemy.
Battlefield ready again.
No more delays. Clear the way.
This is crazy. Dudes out here in silver acting like they've never played this map before.
Still needed here. Force burst.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Final score 0-2-3. Well, you can't expect to win them all.
That's crazy. This is where I'm at. I'm like almost there. That was crazy for a game. Especially that dude playing Magneto. It's like, do we even want to win?
Pick your
He's
hero.
like the worst team I
or
played with.
villain. I'm not judging.
Dude, I don't see Magneto. I barely even saw that dude.
I'm not the type who fades quietly into the background.
Like I saw myself. I saw me, myself and I saw Scarlet Witch, and I saw Mantis trying to push that thing. Like, where was
It
Magneto
feels
at?
good to step outside my bubble every now and then.
Dude has his
30
own
seconds
shield.
before you attack.
Nowhere
Get
to be
ready.
found.
You move with such stealth. You could be an excellent sparring
That was
partner.
crazy.
Currently, I'm more interested in fighting against our common foes.
When this
What is
battle
a
won,
Centurion?
grant me
I am
the
not
honor
sure.
of besting you in combat.
You'll have to let this mom stretch first, but then you're on.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right,
1.
let's go.
All you need to do
Let's
is
do
capture the
this.
mission area. Got it?
How about I switch things up and make our opponents disappear?
The enemy is here.
Oh, not a fucking spider. I would get real annoyed playing against Tony Parker.
No worries.
It is real annoying. I'll tell you that much right now.
Sonic Surge! Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Oh man, what the hell? Try that here.
Mission area!
Try to pull me back there. Ain't no way, dude.
Another deep freeze.
Oh, brother.
Clear the way!
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
Vortex field! Clear the way!
They're literally pushing us off the map. That's crazy.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
That's crazy.
Nothing personal.
I'll fight for my family until the end.
Come on.
Against the world! It's the grand finale!
The spiders are no more. We are
Disappear!
God's might.
Alright, I'm gonna try to do my ult. Right up. There we go.
Disappear!
Fucking go. Fucking go.
Vortex field!
No. I'm about to lose my fucking mind.
Winner. Double KO! That's 3!
I'm about to lose every single marble that I have ever had in my life.
Even when the multiverse is in danger, family still comes first.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
You are the avatar of a divine being, are you not?
I'm the fist of Khonshu.
Oh, man. All right, let's lock in.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Franklin and Val are gonna be so sad they missed this.
Wanna watch out over
There they are. That one hurts. This is gonna hurt. Force burst! Bionic surge! Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Anyone willing to help? Clearly you needed some help.
Mission area is yours. Bionic surge! Thanks so much.
No worries, I've got your back.
All right, now we're cooking a little bit.
Vortex field! Clear the way! Be careful over here.
I'll put this to good use.
Vortex field!
Fairly wounded.
I've got you covered.
Bionic surge! Watch me soar!
Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go.
I was worried.
Invisible. Yes, sir.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Oh, I don't know why I'm hiding. I'm invisible. Get the fuck out of here.
A little help, please.
Oh, that was a close one. I was almost gonna push that dude off a map, brother.
Feel the pull! Clear the way!
No, I'm dead. All right, GG's. Well, we're doing good though.
Way to go, Spike!
I don't give up so easily.
I'm at maximum force!
Spider box. I prefer her. That's much better. Anyone willing to help?
Mine's in place. Disappear! Clear the way! Disappear! Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point. Bionic surge! More help. Vortex field!
I won't disappear so easily.
Their numbers are impressive.
They've almost got it!
Oh,
Armed and dangerous!
oh, damn, dude.
Again!
Whole team's gone, basically.
Doctor Strange.
Vortex field!
Damn. What the fuck? Fuck us, I guess. GG's. Fuck.
We have a winner!
I won't disappear so easily.
Damn, dude.
I like the cold.
We just not gonna hop through the fucking portal. 99%. 99% we're not gonna hop through the portal.
can't expect to win them all.
That's crazy. All right, nice one, brother. Damn, dude. Damn. $57. Oh man, that's rough. Oof. All right, I'm gonna call it a stream right there. I'm gonna edit this podcast real quick before work, put it out. No stream tomorrow. No stream on Thursday either. So next stream is probably going to happen on Friday. Most likely. And we'll be putting out videos throughout the week as well. I got some already recorded. So I'll be putting those out for the next couple days. To tide you over, of course. Ooh. Ooh. Let's paint real quick. Aw. Nice. Oh. That's all the paint we're doing. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good rest of your day. And we'll see you on the next one.